time for Beer with Bender. Right, this is the pilot episode of Beer with Bender. It's just a show where me, Alex Bender, just going to be having a chat with other entrepreneurs on the internet. It's going to be cool. It's going to be great, and super pumped about this. And the first guest I've got, like, he's an amazing guy. He's a good friend of mine, and he's a teammate in the system that we're part of. And so I'm super pumped to introduce. Like, he's the freedom specialist. He's Simon Haywood. How are you, man?
Oh, Ben, I am freaking awesome, mate. Thanks for having me on. Pilot episode. Oh, I'm so excited, man. I am freaking pumped. This is wicked. And it's great to be having a beer with you. I mean, even though it's, long distance, mate.
Oh, that's it, mate. I got my Coopers. Well, what do you got going on there, mate?
Me? Yes, it's beer. It's wine disguised as beer today. We're just on the whites. Couple of days, so that's all right.
That's all good, mate. That's all good. So, like, buddy, tell everyone that's watching this, tell everyone a fun fact about you.
Look, when I seen this, and I'm like, oh, this is great. One thing, as growing up, I watched a lot of cartoons and stuff, right? And you're gonna love this, man. And I have this an innate ability to be able to do like voices and stuff. I was doing like Marvin the Martian and Scooby Doo and Daffy Duck and all from like the Muppets and stuff. Fuzzy Bear and Waka Waka Waka. Like my whole life, I just voices were just easy for me. And so I just wanted to, because we play with Justin, and I thought, I just bring a couple of voices in for you, and one of them happens to be Chewbacca. All right, so
right. Let's hear Chewie.
Hang on, we had a big weekend this weekend with the event, and I just hang on a second. It's gonna, if it comes out, it comes out. If it doesn't, it's not gonna be great for you. But it's just saying. Nothing better than Chewbacca ripping someone's arms off, eh?
That's brilliant. That's the best fun fact anyone could ever have. You can do it, Chewie.
It's funny. I did one day. I was in a bar, right, and back home, and this guy's like, we're just talking, and like, oh, like I could do Chewbacca, and everyone's like, they're trying, and everyone knew that I did Chewbacca except for this guy, and he was, and he's like, oh, just do it then, and I'm like, so I did it, and they're like, oh, go up to the bar and order a beer, and the barman didn't even know me. He was a new barman, so I went up to the bar and ordered a beer in, Wookie.
And he didn't know what kind of beer you asked for, like, seriously.
Oh, no. He just couldn't stop laughing. It's just unbelievable. It was a good night, we enjoyed ourselves. I don't know if I can pull Yoda out, so I said 2.
Well, let's have a go.
Do or do not. There is no try. Can you hear that?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I told you, it's a bit, especially after doing a Wookie, it's, you know what I mean? It just gets that. That's all right, Shaggy.
That's brilliant. Love it.
It is with Bender. You must. Yeah.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy.
You have to be, don't you? You got to be. If you're going to be in this game, man, you're going to be crazy. You're going to be a crazy dude, man. And I believe all the entrepreneurs out there, they're all the same. You put them in a room and we just laugh. Barrel of laughs. Is there actually going to get any business done in a room full of entrepreneurs?
100% right, dude. So we're going on to that. Then how did you become? How did you get involved and start on this journey of entrepreneurship? What got you started?
Oh, this is like I actually did a blog post about this recently, a month and a half ago or so, and it actually got me thinking. Like my start, and it's a very similar start to most people, right? and it just happens to, to be with a company that draws a bunch of circles on the board. And when I was 18, I actually got into that company. But here's the thing: my real influence started when I was 5, 6, or 7. Right? My uncle got into Amway, and my parents and my whole family just bagged him and said, oh, that'll never work, blah blah blah. That was, and that became the whole stigmata in Australia about Amway. Sort of that's where all that pyramid scheme, it's all a trap and blah blah blah. It's all just it's a cult. You're in a cult. And I don't know, man. I haven't actually spoken to him about like his experience with it and what happened and why he got out and what happened with him, but I will one day, man. I'm going to find out. And but yeah, so I started about 5 or 6, 7. What I can remember, like as kids, we grew up and we were seen and not heard. That's the sort of family we're in. And it's but I can remember like the family sitting around and my uncle telling me, and you're hearing these things as a kid. And then when I was 14 or 15, my mum got into doing parties, like party planning, cooking wear and stuff. Oh, Amway's bad, but I'm going to go and do party plans selling cooking wear. Yeah, right, mum. And then like I tried, like I knew then, like, she was really good at it. Like she was really good at it. I said, Mum, that the money's in having a team. She's like, oh, I don't want to do that, blah blah blah. And then like she lost her back. Her back went out on her head because it's cooking wear. She had these 2 huge bags, lugging them around with cooking wear, and I'm like, oh, whatever. So at 18, anyway, Amway come up, boom, I knew. Oh, that was it, man. I had to get in. And I did my first event with Amway. I did all the tapes and everything, man. I was just Amway. I failed. Like, I look back at it now and I'm like, if I look back at it 5 years ago when I started doing this, I was like, online, yeah, if I had this when I had Amway, I'd be like smashing it, man. You know what I mean? And but yeah, I just, as a young man, I was very introverted. I know you're probably weird and you see me now and it's not really introverted at all. Things change, man. You're going to change over your lifetime. And so there was no way I could go out and talk to people, and there was chasing down mum and like families and stuff like that. Just didn't work. So that dream failed. And then I got into party plan myself. I did really well with party plan. I was selling, what's really weird? I was selling perfume and aromatherapy. And I did really well.
You were selling perfume. You were selling
I was
perfume.
selling perfume. Yeah, in a party plan, man. I was making like $1,000 a week. I was doing really well. I don't know if you've got an income disclosure. I won't tell you what
really
and so I was doing really well. And then I went and did this one party, and they wanted me to do another party, and it was a massage party. And that frightened the crap out of me. Yeah, it was one of those massage parties. Yeah, it was. You don't need to question it. And I was, 26, 7, I think. Yeah, and I come along to this massage party. We like you. And I'm like, oh, they're going to tie me up and oil me down. Nah, not doing that. So, I threw that aside. And then...
So was that like a network marketing massage company?
No, well, they do aromatherapy products like essential oils and like massage oils and stuff like that, perfumes, and I can't remember what the other one was. The other product was, I don't know. But I started down the aromatherapy line, and people wanted the perfume as well. So sweet, I'll sell that as well. But yeah, I did really well. Through the parties and stuff, no one wanted to join the business. Ridiculous, because like it works, like anything, like they'll work as long as you work them. You know what I mean? And then I really put it aside, but like I've been touched by it, man. You know what I mean? I've had that. It's 30 odd years of my life. You know what I mean? So it's in my blood. It's like fishing. We're a fishing family. So it's just there, and I knew that this is where I had to be. You know what I mean? not long after I started after Amway, I became a baker and a pastry chef, you know, and I spent the last 20 years doing that. And then I saw like my mates and stuff like get really sick, like at the bench, and one of our mates died during a night's session, and that was it, man. I knew something had to change, and I'm like, I love my job. I love baking, man. I love pastry. I just something had to change, so I had to go for that search, you know, for something else, and that's when I fell in love with internet marketing, because it was, I didn't have to be seen, but like I didn't realize that I do have to be seen. I wasn't, you know, chasing other people and stuff, you know what I mean? So, so really, I think my journey really started when I was like 5 or 6, but I didn't realize until recently that it was that, because I'd forgotten all about that, sort of. Like I just pushed it aside, you know what I mean? When I was looking back, and I'm like, I did this and I did this, and I like even with internet marketing, you know, I tried a lot of other stuff, and it just flat out, I couldn't make it work, you know. And one of the things was like I just didn't have that guidance, you know. There was I was in one company, and I never spoke to my sponsor, my team. There was no team then, you know what I mean? And it was just rough. It was just rough out there, man. Everyone was a cowboy, you know, doing this, you got to do this, and blah blah blah. And I bought a lot of products and tried to learn as much out of every bit of product. And what I seemed to see was that, you know, products were either broken or the systems were just half-assed. You know what I mean? So I sort of had to piece
exactly
together. Even then it just didn't do anything for me. So, but I still had it, man. I got the bug. You know, once you got the bug, you got the bug. That's it. You know, I took 2 years off-ish. That took about a year and just under 2 years off. Mainly because we moved over here to Western Australia, and we're just sort of setting up over here. So I just sort of set it aside, and just like, I knew it worked. I just need to find how it worked. You know, find the right way to do it. That's what was getting me. You know. So I mean,
100%, man.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, even recently, like we're looking at, we want to keep going, you know, and we want to, because of our family and stuff, we want to bleed into like traditional business and stuff, you know. I don't want to not have a bakery. Like, I love to have my own bakery to just go and play in. Like, I go in the kitchen, like, you know, I told you today I was cooking scones, you know. You know, like I made my own flatbread for the souvlaki, you know, for dinner for tonight. You know what I mean? So I can't let that side of me go. It's there. It's cooking is part of my life. It's part of my family. You know, so why not have a business around it? You know, so most people don't realize that you need, you know, at least $250,000 just to start a bakery. You know, that's why like internet marketing is really awesome, because you can get into a business for stuff all. And, you know, you don't have to go to university. You can be anyone, man. I'm a baker. I'm a country boy, you know. So, you know yourself, you're very similar to me, aren't you? Like, you know,
yeah, I don't know how to cook.
You don't know how to cook.
I don't plan on learning either.
You don't
yeah, no, we're pretty similar. That's why we've always hit it off. Like every time we get the chat, no, it's awesome, man. So, well then, buddy, like, every entrepreneur's got like a really like good person they really look up to, like their big influencer. Like some people it's their parents or whatever. Some people it's like a really big entrepreneur or something like that. Like, who would be your biggest influencer that you'd have, and why?
You're actually going to find this really weird, because he was never an entrepreneur, and that's Nikola Tesla. Why is it Nikola Tesla? Well, we wouldn't be doing what we were doing without Nikola, right? You know, A1 to Nikola, man, he invented everything that's sitting in front of you while you're watching this. You know what I mean? It's like we say we invented Wi-Fi, and like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. It's just a load of crap. You know, it's not true. You know, we wouldn't have computers, and we wouldn't have Wi-Fi and stuff like that, and mobile phones and radio communications and telecommunications without Nikola. That's, you know, I love that. And, you know, his philosophy was, you know, to give to everyone, and everyone should have free energy. And that's that's the way it should be, man. Energy is free and it comes from the air. I know most people don't understand it, but I invented something, and like I can't go too much into it, and that's what really got me into Nikolai, because I needed to find out about his free energy options, and so I sort of that sort of stuff I've kept aside on my back burner, you know. So when I'm megalomaniac rich, I can be like Iron Man, you know. I can be that Tony Stark down in the shed with all my cars and stuff, and like, you know, building my own powered Iron Man suit or something, you know. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Like, you know. So I mean, like, you know, I mean, after that, I'd have to say, like, the two top ones would be L. Ron Hubbard, because he's taking on Tesla's stuff and he's doing this for everyone. And then it'd have to be Richard Branson, because he's just the quirky dude out there. You know, he is so similar to us, you know, very introvert. And I've actually got to see some of his interviews and stuff, and he's such a nice bloke, man. You know what I mean? Like, he runs a big business, and he started off, you know, like everyone else. You know, he stole his first business. He stole, I think it was a drill or something from somewhere. He went and stole one, returned it, got the money for it, went and bought two more, and sold another one on or something. You know,
I think I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy entrepreneurship, you know, at a young age, you know. So from that, he turned it into Virgin, you know, and, you know, airlines and stuff, and music. You know what I mean? It's just, people think that, like, I don't know, what people think that they see these big business people, and they spend a lot of time at school and all this stuff. Most business entrepreneurs are they're forged. You know what I mean? They're forged on the battle lines. It's not just something you can go to school and learn. You know, most people struggle if they actually go to university and they're turned into that robot. They actually struggle coming back to where we run down the road. You know, we're just chuck your clothes off and run down the road naked. You know what I mean? They like, oh, you can't do that, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. I was in a fraternity and we didn't even do that, man. You know?
Well, I'm Dave Wood style, jump into the pool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. Like, I think that university really just screws with your mind. And I think school, like, I hated school. I really hated school. Mostly because I was picked on and bullied and stuff, but which is just really weird, you know. I mean, but most kids probably are these days, you know. And it gets worse.
I think every kid gets picked on.
Yeah, but it really affected me, man. It really took its toll on me, and I went down and I went dark. You know what I mean? Crazy stuff, and it took me a long time to sort of. And baking helped me a lot, man, because it gave me that encouragement, like, from my mentors in baking. You know, they gave me that encouragement. They allowed me to, you know, grow and just, like, become. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love it so much too, is because, like, what they taught me is just awesome, but what they actually gave to me as a man and took away, like, they were able to take away that stuff, you know, that was that childish stuff that you put up with, man, you know, and they helped. Like, I still, for a long time, like, introverted, couldn't go to a pub, talk to people, you know, I'd be the guy in the bar, you know, sitting there going like this, or in the corner, you know what I mean? And
yeah. I'm very similar to that.
I'd hide from people, like, you know what I mean? I couldn't get out there. But, you know, things have changed. Things have changed, and they had to change. So
yeah, all good, man. All good. So, buddy, like, have you got yourself a favorite quote? I know every entrepreneur has their, like, some kind of, like, favorite quote. I've got some crazy quotes, but, like, do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, of course I do. It's from Richard Branson. I'll just hold that up for a second. I can read it for if you like. You know, if someone offers you an amazing, I have to read this way, I just can't do it that quickly. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. I put that on my wall, man. And it's true. That's how I am, man. Jump first. Worry about it later. That's, you know, and I think a lot of people struggle with that. And it's fear. It all comes down to fear. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty much fearless against that. That's just, oh, we're going to go do this? Yeah, no worries. Let's do it, you know? It's just, in me, there's like this, you know, set of scales. And one says conscience, no, you can't do that. And the other one says yeah, we can. Let's just jump in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jump in generally works all the time, especially when it comes to like business and stuff, man. You know, it's
Oh, for
hasn't
sure. Like
worried me.
that's one of my favorite Richard Branson quotes myself, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure, man. But I think, you know what? It gets thrown around too much, and I don't think people really, truly understand what it means. You know,
No, I think you're right about that.
yeah, it's like, oh, you know, jump on this opportunity, jump on this opportunity. I think it's totally overquoted. You know what I mean? There are a few. There's a few. I haven't got any of Nikolai's written down, but there's a. He's got his ones are really, really inspired. There's a really long one, and it's really awesome, but it's just way too long for us today. So, you know, it's one of those ones.
No worries, bud. No, all good. All good. No worries. Well, hey, man, like, one thing I want to be doing in this show, Beer with Bender, is the 10 quick questions with Bender. Are you up for doing that?
Wait. I come up with a joke, Bender.
You come up with a joke. Okay, let's hear your joke.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll come up with a joke.
Okay.
How many entrepreneurs does it take to change a light bulb?
Go on.
No one knows because they're all out there doing their business. All right, fine. It wasn't that funny. Whatever. I should have probably spent some time on it.
Nah, it's an awesome joke, dude. Love it.
Bit of a crossbreed from how many pastry chefs does it take to change a light bulb?
What's that?
It doesn't matter. Why isn't the apprentice doing it?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, are you ready for the 10 quick questions with Bender then, mate? It's just going to be quick.
10 quick questions. Hang on, let me have a drink.
Me too.
All right, let's go.
Right now, do you know how to answer a quick question first?
Is that one of them?
No.
What do you want me to just like off the top of my head?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Just so everyone watching the show gets to know who Simon Haywood is, right? The freedom specialist. Everyone gets to know who you are. Right, so here we go. 10 quick questions. Here we go. What was your first job?
Picking up horse crap.
Sweet. Who's your favorite superhero?
Oh, it's got to be Iron Man, Tony Stark, mate. Entrepreneur, millionaire, billionaire, genius. Easy pick. Oh, Wolverine. No one from DC.
Well,
nah, can't do DC. I'm a Marvel boy.
Right, yeah. Okay, no worries. Okay, what's your favorite sport?
It's got to be motor racing. Easily motor racing.
Motor racing?
Fast and Furious, you know, getting out there. Like
right, so not like Formula One or anything like that, just...
All motorsport, yeah, motorsport in general, anything drive fast. One of those things I want to be doing when, you know, I can.
Right, yeah. Well, my next question was your favourite team, but I suppose there is no real teams.
Anything in a Ford.
Ford, right, yeah.
But I've got to change that. Because we got, I don't want to say. Can I say it?
Say what you want.
Oh, okay. We got a territory and they really suck. They fall apart after 100,000 kilometres.
Right, so you're changing from Ford.
Yeah, well, now we've got the Bathurst. It should be Nissan, and if it's Formula One, it's probably like, well, it used to be Benetton, and Benetton's back now, so it's back to Benetton. And in the meantime, it was sort of McLaren, Ferrari, you know, or JPS.
Right, cool. I would say I don't do motorsport, so I don't really know.
I just love it, man. How could you not love it? Everything goes fast. Casey Stoner. Go Casey Stoner.
Go Casey. Right, mate. Okay. The last song you listened to.
You're going to hate me. I don't listen to music anymore, Bender.
Okay.
Oh, Africa. All right, yeah, fine. It was the last thing I heard on radio was Africa.
Africa. Okay.
Yeah. One of my favorite songs too. I love that. Anyone that can put Kilimanjaro and what's the other one? Yeah, those two really big long places in Africa in one song, in one sentence, that's got to be a good song, doesn't it? I mean, come on.
I suppose so. Okay, well, what was the last movie you watched?
Hazer. I don't know. I watched Flash this afternoon, the TV show. Does that count?
That counts. That's all good. What's
yeah, I
Flash?
know. Yes, it is DC, but I really enjoy
Yeah.
it. Okay.
All good, right? Yeah. Okay, so Flash, no worries. Well,
I can't even remember the last movie I watched, man. I don't even remember. When was the last time we watched a movie? The missus was watching a movie today. Seriously, man. I don't know.
yeah, well, Flash will do. Right, yeah. Okay, well, what do you hate doing?
You know, that's a really weird question. What do I hate doing? That's not very nice. Like, I don't
Well,
hate
could be
doing
like,
nothing.
I hate doing the dishes. Like, I hate freaking mowing the lawn. I don't know. What do you hate doing? What's
No,
a
man, I
chore that you
don't.
hate doing?
Oh, horse shit. I hate picking up horse shit.
Because it was your first job.
I don't really, though. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just going to say that because that'll be it, man, because that's it. You know what I mean? That's
Right, no
when you
worries.
live in Australia and you got to go out and pick up horse crap at 42 degrees heat for 2 or 3 hours of the day, you know you're working hard as a kid, mate.
Yep.
You know,
I'd hate that too. I would 100% hate that too.
you can answer.
Right, okay, well, this is an easy one. Are you reading a book right now, and what is it?
I'm reading the 10 times rule. I'm reading that one, and I've got 2 books on the go. All right, so I've got the 10 times rule, and the other one is the Napoleon Hill one? Oh man, I'm really bad when it comes to with movie titles and stuff like that.
Think You Grow Rich or something. Law of Success. Cool.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. I've just downloaded How to Win Friends and Influence People. He's Napoleon Hill's other book, which sort of, I don't know sure which one it was. I don't know. He's got a few, I think. So I got like 10 books, like 10 audio books. I just find it easier to listen to an audio 10 times over than it is to actually sit down and read. But if I read, I don't read on the computer. I can't stand reading on a screen, like a tablet screen. It's got to be a book. I will tell you this. Up until recently, I'd only read one book in my life.
Yep. I remember you telling me about the 4-Hour Workweek was one of the first ones you'd read.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's one of my first books, and truly believe, like any entrepreneur, it's got to be his Bible. Like, even if 4-Hour Workweek doesn't exist, that's a load of crap. We all know that. But the things that are in it, the other things that are in that book, it just blew my mind. But yeah, it's the one and only book I'd read my whole life was Lord of the Rings.
It's a big book. That's cool. Now
Now
you're into reading, so it's all good.
Let me just say it's the Fellowship of the Ring. I didn't read all 3 books.
I've never read any of them, so I don't know. I don't even watch the movies.
No. That's all right. That's the only book I've ever read. You know, I like to stump people, and they'll say, "Did you read the Bible?" Oh, that'd be silly.
we won't go into that. Right. Okay. Well, what did you want to be when you grew up? When you were a kid, what did you want to be?
The next Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci. So I sort of went with both. I took my artistic value and put it into my pastry and cake making and stuff. I had one job where I was making 200 cakes a day, birthday cake.
Wow, that's huge. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. People are like, "How the crap did you do that many?" And I'm like, "Because I can." When I went there, they used to use a light box to draw stuff, and they had one kid come in, or a mum come in for a kid, and they wanted a Spider-Man on his cake. And he's gone, "You've got to use the light box to do that." And I'm like, "Yeah, nah. Oh, watch this." He's going, "You joking, aren't you?" And I'm like, he's like, "I can't do that." I'm like, "Yeah, I know you can't do that. No one else can do that." Pooh Bear, here we go. Want a Pooh Bear? Here we go. Like 24-inch cake, like takes this long. Why? This is huge. You know, that's what I was trying to do, man. You know, and
I could understand that you wanted to be an artist because you drew this monkey on your whiteboard so well that I knew when I watched your video about you drawing Mojo that you were an artist. So no, that makes perfect sense. Right, mate. So okay, last question. Okay, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I've been asked this question a lot, and luckily it doesn't have to do with country. But look, man, I got to choose Australia to start with because it's just truly believe it's the best country in the world. But I'd rather be closer back home to my family, but you know, back in Victoria, which is the East Coast, because I'm on the West Coast. What's that? So yeah, somewhere on the East Coast, but like seriously, Tony Stark, I want his house somewhere in Victoria because I want that dungeon, man. I want all my cards in that dungeon, and I want those robots and stuff going on. You know what I mean? That's just the epiphany of cool, man. You know, but you know, we want acreage. So yeah, you know, acreage by the sea. We don't want much. You know what I mean?
No.
No.
All good. Okay, so a house and acreage in Victoria with Tony Stark's house. That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you've gone through the 10 quick questions with Bender, mate. You've done well.
It wasn't too quick.
It was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but we got there because
hey, I warned you, man. I warned you when you get me going.
That's all good, buddy. Well, I'll tell you what. Like, tell everyone how people can connect with Simon Haywood. Like, if anyone wants to get in contact with Simon, what's the best way for someone to get in contact with you?
You can do it through my blog at simonphaywood.com, simonphaywood.com, or you can connect with you on Facebook, simonphaywood.com, simonhag.com, I think it's simon.p.haywood. I think that's the extension. So if you want to catch me up there, Facebook.
Cool. Well, we'll put it all on the blog, on the description and everything like that.
Yeah.
So that's all good, not nice and easy. So if you want to get in contact with Simon, just get down below and click the links to get in contact with him, man. That's awesome. Simon, I'm going to thank you so much for being part of this pilot episode. What did you reckon of it, mate?
Oh, it was awesome, man. I had a blast. I couldn't have asked for more fun.
No, it was great.
I don't know what you were stressing about.
I got a little bit of a beer left, so I'm going to finish it off now, and then that'll be the wrap for Beer with Bender.
I should have brought it.
I should have brought a long neck.
Yeah, should have brought a long neck and do it for Brian.
All good, mate. Well, thank you for being part of the pilot episode. Everyone on there, anyone that's watching this, be on the lookout for the next episode of Beer with Bender. Who knows who it's going to be next? But yeah, thanks a lot, Simon. I really, really appreciate you coming on board and get to know you a whole lot better. And hopefully everyone out there got to know you a whole lot better than what they already did.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Bender. It's been awesome, mate. Absolutely awesome. I had a blast.
Cheers, mate. I'll see you guys.
Can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, well, it's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be awesome. Cheers. I'll see everyone later on.
I'll come back.
Well, you will come back. It's all good. I'll see everyone later.